Hi, this is Coach Sean, the Realtor, going above and beyond to help you find your dream home. Wanted to come with another video today. Um, Really, the purpose of these videos are kind of to educate the buyer, the seller, whichever avenue you're going through in the home buying process. So many times that we don't have the correct information, and so we can't make informed decisions. And so, what I want to do is to educate individuals so that when you're going into the process, you're not blinded by anything, but you kind of know what you're getting into as best as possible. There are always extraneous factors that come up that change the ball game, but you should at least be informed in certain things. And so today, what I want to talk about is 10 strategies you can use as a buyer to win the offer. I think the last time I did a video last week, I talked about sellers. This is still a seller's market, and we'll talk briefly about that. And so what I try to do is I try to do videos on Mondays. So if you're watching this video, whether it's through Facebook, whether it's through Instagram, whether it's through YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you're, again, watching on Facebook, go to my page and like it. If you these videos are being beneficial to you, please let me know. I would like for you, if you need or you're looking for certain topics that you want to learn about, please email me. My email is available. It is sean.aldred@exprealty.com, or you can send me something straight on Facebook and inbox me, or put something in the chat that could help me to know some things that maybe you need me to speak about. I always say that I'm speaking with the right intent because I want to help individuals, but I also want to have the right content so that I can make sure I'm nailing some of the things that you want to do. And so today, again, I want to talk about 10 strategies you can use as a buyer to win the offer. For some people out there, you are contemplating buying. Last week's video was on selling. You can go back and watch that if you want to see it if you're a seller. But you're contemplating buying, and you're in different scenarios. You may have already gotten a lender, and so now you're looking for a realtor. You may be in a situation where you're trying to, patch up some things with your credit so that you can get to the point where you can get pre-approved. Remember that pre-approval letter is of utmost importance to give us a guide to where we're going. Or you may be in the process. You already have a realtor and you're in the process and you're seeing what's happening out there with these properties. You're seeing that it's a seller's market, and sellers have the power right now, and most properties are going at or above asking price, and still a lot of people are not winning bids because our inventory is low. And we're hoping that once things begin to break loose, that the inventory will go up a little bit more so that we can have more options out there. But right now, you still have to have a strategy. And so in the buying process, once you find the home, you put an offer in, and you want to make sure that that offer is something that is appealing to the seller so that you can get your offer accepted and get your home. A whole lot of other parts of it that goes after that. I'll do other videos on that at that time, but I want to talk about this offer part right now. First and foremost, strategy number one. What do I do? My first strategy: write a personal letter. Along with your offer, write a few paragraphs talking about yourself and your plans for the home. Why do you love the home? What is it specifically about this home that is so appealing to you? Is it the fixtures? Is it the backyard? Is it the bedroom? Whatever it is that attracts you, you can put that information, very small, one page. Talk about your journey and your motivation into getting into a home. Maybe include, a lot of times you can include a picture of you and your family and what you envision your family doing in the home. Talk about, even if you're a first-time home buyer, about maybe some of the struggles you've had, and now you're looking for a particular place and you feel like this is the best fit for you. So the first thing you can do is write a personal letter. Number two, have your lender give them a call. It is of benefit for you that first and foremost you research the lender you're talking about and make sure that they're reputable and a company that maybe people know that can close on a deal. But then you want to make sure that lender, you want to look at their their percentage of closing. I've had some call when I had listings that, I'm 90%, I'm 95%. Nobody's perfect, but you do want them to be reputable, and it can set you apart from others. So that's number 2. Number 3, buy the home as is. I'm going to qualify some things with that. Here's what happens. Typically, once you buy the home, you're going to do an inspection. I recommend everybody do an inspection. If you've put earnest money down and you do the inspection, you get that inspection report back. You see some things that you don't like, you can back out of it and you can get your money back. But you're going to have an inspection. But even in that, in your contract, you can put down as is. In the midst of it, you'll buy the home as is, still with the right to terminate. So even though you're saying as is, you get an opportunity to look at what's wrong with this home. And you still kind of have a right to terminate if after inspection things, it seems like there's too many costs. Because what happens, one of the biggest parts of the process and one of the more arduous parts of the buying process is once you've gone into the house and you found whatever it is in there, whatever's going on, and most inspectors are going to find, something. The major things are the things that you really worry about, but most inspectors are going to find something. So when you find those things, all of a sudden now you go in this negotiation game, going back and forth to negotiate how much are they going to pay for repairs, how much are you going to get a credit, and so many other things that can happen. And sometimes money is not the motivating factor. Sometimes if it's an as is and there are minor things that you can do on your own and get the property and fix it up, you may win the offer because you came in and it didn't cause as much a headache for the seller. Number 4, offer a free, what I call lease back. What does that mean? In this market as a seller, people are trying to figure out where to go. Because although it's easy for them to sell their home, just like you as a buyer, it's hard for them to find a home. And so what you can do is alleviate some of the stress, because sometimes when people cannot, even though they're selling their home, they can't find their new home. They either put their stuff in storage, they have to move with family. You have all kinds of different things that they're asking. And if you offer a free lease back, and sometimes maybe not a free, sometimes you make them pay, but free looks more appealing. And again, all of these suggestions are suggestions, not commands. But if you do that, then you put yourself in a position actually to have a better chance of winning the offer. Typically what happens is after you have closed, depending on your lender, your first mortgage payment might be 30 to 60 days afterwards. So even if they're living there free for a week, you're really not paying anything out of pocket, but you're making your actual offer more appealing because you've given them more time to be able to find the home that they want to have. And you put that out front in the offer up front, and it was more appealing, and it may set you apart from others. The next one, offer above listing price. Right now, if this home is move-in ready, if this home is going to pass inspection, if this home is going to pass appraisal, most homes are going at or above asking price. You have to look with your lender and find out kind of what you really want your monthly payment to be. Interest rates are lower, so a house that you are buying now that was at $200,000, which was $200,000 maybe a year or two ago, is not the same amount. So you kind of got to look at it and see exactly what you want to happen for you. Next one. Try to get a conventional and an FHA approval from your lender. And I say that because a lot of times when they look at FHA, they're wondering with an FHA, does this person have the money to close the deal? Do they have what they need to be able to close the deal? One of the other strategies you can do, obviously without revealing account information, but is to show them that you have the funds for your down payment. Show them that you have the funds for closing costs. But if they see both that FHA and that conventional loan, that can kind of show them, if you've gotten that conventional, that maybe this person has what's needed to be able to close the deal. Next one, close as soon as possible. Here's where your lender comes in now too. And here's where you really want to find out, even getting in contact with, having your agent getting in contact with the listing agent to find out the seller's motivation behind buying. Some people just want to get out really quick. And if they want to get out really quick, you want to find out and find a lender that can close you, 30 days less, 20 days. And I think they got things out there that they're kind of escalating it because lenders are coming up with strategies now because they see of the competitiveness in the bidding wars and the highest offers and you know, all those different timelines that have been coming out to make themselves set apart. So it takes pressure off of the seller in a certain sense because they want to close early and they want to see that it can be closed early. Next one, waive the appraisal. This is one that you have to talk to your person about and talk to your agent about, because technically you're not really waiving an appraisal. If it comes in low, or it comes in not in the price it's supposed to come in, if you're waiving the appraisal, it means you have to pay the difference. And so that takes pressures off the seller too, but that is something that's an individual choice for each buyer and how bad you want that home, and you know, the risk rewards and things along those lines are things you have to weigh in doing that. Next one, don't ask for closing costs. In this market, the seller paying you closing costs is unless that home has, and let me qualify, unless there's a home that's been on the market for a while, which I don't see many that's on the market for a while, but it could happen. Unless it's been on the market for a while and you haven't seen any offers being put out on that, there's going to be multiple offers on that home, and closing costs are not something you want to include as far as the contract. Now, there could be something with your lender that you've gotten down payment assistance. It could be something with your lender that you've gotten other things, but in that contract, you don't want to put, because that's, how do I put it? Let's say at the home, and this is just a ballpark figure. Say the home is $200,000 and you offer $20,000 with 3% closing costs. Well, now that's $6,000 that's taken off of their profit that they're going to have because you offered that. And so they're going to look at all the offers and say, wait a minute, these other offers are not asking for closing costs. And so you want to make sure that you, right now in this market, unless there's something that's different or it's been on the market for a while, it may not be beneficial for you to ask for those closing costs in a bidding war. There's other scenarios and other situations if there's a home that's really available and different things, but typically in this market, no. Last one. Submit your offer as soon as possible. If you can, when that house pops up on the market, or whoever your realtor is shows it to you in MLS, and it's not always possible, but you want to try to be the first one in their mind, the first one to put the offer out, the first one to give your best offer out. So you want to try to get a quick showing because you want to get in and be on their mind and get your offer in as quick as possible. Now, when you're doing that, you got to recognize you want to put your highest and best in up front. This is not a moment where you're going to try to go back and forth. You may not have that opportunity. But sometimes I had a home that was being listed, and because those people came strong with their first offer, the first offer that came in actually won it. So these are just some tips that you can use. Again, I want to help you in the home buying process. Please inbox me. Send me information. Let me know of some things you want to know, some videos you would like for me to do that you're trying to figure out with the home buying process. I've got videos out there of building your credit. I've got videos out there of how to qualify for a loan. I've got videos out there, the 7 biggest mistakes that most home buyers make. You can view those actually on my page. But I want to be able to help you to be informed. So if you need information, more information, feel free to call me, 708-828-9648. 708-828-9648. I would be delighted to serve you. I am excited about what's going to happen for you. I'm excited that you're going to be looking to find your new home. For those who are not ready yet, get on the path. Start working on your credit. Start working on the things you need to do to get there. Procrastination is a thief. If you don't do it today and you keep putting it off, then tomorrow and the next day and the next day, you'll end up in next year in the same place that you're in. At least puts together some kind of plan. So this is Sean Aldridge, again, Coach Sean, the realtor, going above and beyond to help you find your dream home. Thank you so much for viewing my videos. Please, again, give me suggestions of what you would like for me to do. Thanks again. And as always, God bless.